Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Craig Parson for DS Sports as always, and the Champions League is back. Liverpool are going to be defending their title this season. How did they get on? How did Tottenham get on? Last season's finalists and all the big teams in Europe, as the Champions League Matchday 1 took place over the last couple of days. We're recording this on Wednesday night / Thursday morning, so I'm going to be recapping all of it Tuesday and Wednesday. See how all the British clubs, all the English clubs got on, how the big teams have got on, and see where about everybody is after match day 1. As always guys, remember to like and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new watching this channel for the very first time. I appreciate the support guys, as always, for the early subscribers. We're hoping to keep that going and try and build some momentum going forward, and hopefully try and produce as many more videos, especially looking back. Obviously I'm doing my Scottish football stuff, I've got the European stuff coming up now. I'm hoping to review the Europa League very soon as well, but I'm hoping to maybe branch out into other parts of European football, perhaps even look at specific talking points, but until then guys, hopefully we can get through that very soon. But we're going to recap Champions League football, and we start on the Tuesday. We're going to start with the champions Liverpool. They headed to Naples, they headed to Napoli, and Napoli, with that incredibly cavalier style of football, they've made some incredible signings over the summer, the likes of Kostas Manolas, Hirving Lozano, to name a couple, and then yeah, well, Fernando Llorente of course. But it was Napoli who would show that attacking style, and they played exceptionally well this game, really kind of nullified Liverpool for large parts of the game, especially in the second half. They would run out 2-0 winners in this one. Some incredible saves by Adrian in the Liverpool goal in this one. Twice denying, I think it was Mario Rui. Back-to-back saves from him before Hirving Lozano headed in a goal, which was very rightly ruled out for offside. He then made an outstanding save just after the second half, just after half time, from Dries Mertens. One of, in my view, there's a really good camera angle right behind the goal, right, like you can see the ball going in, and you could just see the dive, and he sticks out his hand. It's a brilliant save in my opinion. But yes, Dries Mertens in the 82nd minute converted a penalty, which in my view is a penalty. Not a lot of people think it is. I think there is definite contact, sort of knee to knee. It does look like he might be going down a little bit, which is maybe what's swaying people to think it's not a penalty, but in my view it's a penalty, and he would notch that one home. And then just a late error at the end, meaning Fernando Llorente doubled the lead right in stoppage time. I think it was the 92nd minute of the 5 minutes added on, and it was a good opening win for Naples. So back-to-back defeats in Naples in back-to-back seasons. So yeah, not the best start for Liverpool, and they have some big rivals coming up, especially when you look at Salzburg result, 6-2 against Genk, and there's only really one man you can really talk about in this one, and that is Erik Braut Haaland. It was a brilliant hat-trick for him. He looks like a real star. He scored 9 in the summer in one game against Honduras, and I think it was an under-19s World Cup. I think that was, maybe I might be quite a bit wrong. And there's all kinds of different age groups that were playing in the summer, and I don't really know which. Can't remember which one. I think it was like a 13-0 win, and he scored 9 times. So it's his 4th hat-trick of the season as well. I think Salzburg scored 35 times in the last 7, or in their 7 league games, which I think is quite staggering. They scored 6 on Tuesday night. Erik Haaland getting a hat-trick there. There was a consolation goal in that one as well from, I think it was Lukumi in there. That was to make it 3-1. It was Hee-Chun Wang who made it 3-0. Then it was Lukumi who made it 3-1 before Haaland completed his hat-trick on the 45th minute. It was Szoboszlai who made it 5-1 before the break. It was quite remarkable watching those goals fly in. Zamata then got to go back for Genk before he was sent off, which was then overturned by VAR in my view quite rightly. It was quite a meaty challenge, but there was no real intent in there. He didn't really go in with studs up or anything like that. It wasn't a horrible challenge. If we go back to Mason Mount's entry in the Chelsea game, I thought that was much worse and there was no punishment at all in that one. And it was the captain Ulmer who made it 6-2 to cap an incredible night in Salzburg. So that's in Group E, so that's at the very start. We go to Group F. Now let me just double check and see where Group F is amongst this one. So Group F, it's a group of death in this one. It started at 6 o'clock at the San Siro. It was Inter Milan against Slavia Prague, and well, Inter Milan, it's 2 points dropped on paper, but they're lucky to get away with one in the end. They were lucky to not lose all three. Couple of early chances in this one, but in the end it was Oleinka who received the cutback it was there was a cutback in there. It was then saved by Handanovic before Oleinka came back from near off the pitch. He was onside though. There was a player challenging him on the cutback that he delivered initially. That player didn't. I think it was I'm not sure if it was made De Vrij or D'Ambrosio, one of the back three, I'm sure. From the sort of formation, it could well have been Skriniar who made the initial challenge, but it was definitely onside. It was very close range finish that gave Slavia Prague the lead, and then it was Sensi's free kick in the 92nd minute, which cannoned off the crossbar before Nicolo Barella, a sort of late substitution in that one, fired home a sort of not very well cleanly hit half volley, but it went into the ground, took a wee deflection before heading into the top corner, and that slightly got Inter Milan out of jail. Now the biggest sort of saving grace for them was the fact that Dortmund and Barcelona drew 0-0 in Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. It was brilliant sort of pre-match sort of display on the yellow wall. It was amazing to see. It's always something unique going into the yellow wall there. It was finished 0-0, a couple of really good chances for Dortmund. You had Alcacer and Royce skied a couple over in the late stages, but then Ter Stegen was magnificent in this game. I firmly believe he's now up there potentially as one of the top three, certainly one of the top three goalkeepers in the world. You could argue he's probably one of the best now, along with the likes of Ederson, Alisson. Yeah, there's quite a lot. There's quite a few you could put in there. But yeah, he made a terrific save in the penalty. Made a couple of other good saves. I think it was Royce who hit the bar late on as well in the second half. There was a lot going on, but yeah, points shared throughout the entirety of Group F. So winners even there. I think it's Dortmund travel to Slavia Prague next, while Barcelona host Inter on the 2nd of October. Now, moving on to Group G as well. Now, Group G is a very, very good looking group, I must say, with Lyon, Benfica, Leipzig and Zenit all in this group. It was Lyon and Zenit went at it in the 6 o'clock game. It was Azmoun who gave Zenit the lead just before half time, before he then came off injured. And then it was Memphis Depay who then slotted home a penalty after he was initially fouled. It looked pretty clear cut to me. There was a clear challenge in there. Saw the way the penalty pretty well, and the honours were shared in Lyon. And in the other game in that group, the later kick-off at the Stadio de Luz, Leipzig came away with all 3 points to put themselves at the summit of that group with the only win in that group, the only win in Group G. Leipzig, 2 goals from Timo Werner in the second half, 2 very well taken goals, should I say, as well, especially the first one. It was a very well taken goal. And then Haris Seferovic getting the goal on the counter attack after Rafa Silva played him in for what looked to be an easy tap in for Haris Seferovic, but not enough to get anything out of the game for Benfica. And finally in Group H, Chelsea, well, didn't really do enough in the entire complexity of the game, and it was a set piece that caught them out in the end. It was a brilliant sort of lob ball over the top of the wall into the near post, with the near post runner Rodrigo coming in and managing to it was quite an easy finish, and you could argue it was quite an easy finish. You had a lot of space, it was quite close range as well, but it was a good finish in the end, hitting the ball into the ground and up into the roof of the net past Kepa Arrizabalaga to give Valencia the only goal in the game. Chelsea had their chances, and obviously early in the first half it was Mason Mount got taken off injured. But then also the big controversy there was a missed penalty with Ross Barkley, I think stupidly, somewhat arrogantly went up to the spot and said, "Right guys, I've got this," and he hits the crossbar. So, and you had Jorginho, Marcos Alonso, Willian, all three of them are penalty takers. I think Jorginho's the number one at Chelsea at the moment, but in the end it was Ross Barkley who wanted the limelight, and in the end kind of threw it away single-handedly. So, and then Andreas Christensen, pretty much the last kick of the game, had a great chance to head the equaliser in, but went slightly wide, and it would be 3 points going back to Valencia. Also, we're in Group H, last year's semi-finalist Ajax, who were minutes away from the final. Famously, after that Lucas Moura winner very late on, they kind of came back with a renewed optimism after some great new signings, but it looks like it. I've got, I think, Lisandro Martinez in defence, Edson Alvarez, who scored the second in this game, and also Quincy Promes, who scored the opener in this game. Brilliant header from Quincy Promes for the opening goal. Great finish from Edson Alvarez after, I think it was a cut back from, can't remember who it was now, but brilliant sort of through ball from him to play in Edson Alvarez. Great finish that was, and then it was David Neres with the third and final goal there to beat Lille, who had their chances, didn't take them, and it was an easy 3-0 win at the Johan Cruyff Arena after, and it was all three goals coming after Hakim Ziyech kicked the post earlier on in that game. So going into tonight, the past night's action, it started off 2 draws, and the 6 o'clock games, Club Brugge and Galatasaray, honours even there, 0-0, it finished there. They're potentially looking at third place in that group with PSG and Real Madrid in that group, but who knows what could happen, you just don't know what might happen. But 0-0 draw there. It looked like Club Brugge had the better of the chances, although Ryan Babel had a good chance in the first half there. Tottenham were 2-0 up after a penalty from Harry Kane, and a brilliant goal from Lucas Moura, a brilliant first touch inside the man to open up the space, and a great hit from about 20 yards to give what at the time was a 2-0 lead for Tottenham. Brilliant goal back from Olympiacos. It was, let me just double check who it was, can't remember who it was. I remember the second goal was a penalty from Mathieu Valbuena. It was Podence with a brilliant finish, past the goalkeeper right into the bottom corner, not giving Lloris much chance, and that was honours shared in Athens in Greece. So not a great trip for Tottenham, especially after having a 2-goal lead, but it wasn't to be there. Paris Saint-Germain with a really big 3-0 win against Real Madrid. Angel Di Maria scoring twice in the first half, just in a little more than the first half hour. Thomas Meunier after adding the third and the killer goal for PSG on a late counter attack late on. So a brilliant 3-0 win for PSG. Gareth Bale had a goal ruled out for, I think it was handball, at 1-0, which could have potentially turned the game. It could have opened up the game a bit more, perhaps put Real Madrid in the game, but it wasn't to be. Disallowed for the VAR. I haven't seen the incident myself, but yeah, 3-0 it stayed for Paris Saint-Germain in Group A, so they're now firmly clear of the 2 teams that drew 0-0 in Bruges. Group B, in Tottenham's group, Bayern Munich ran out easy 3-0 winners against Cerner Zvezda. It's still Cerner Zvezda in the, as better known as Red Star Belgrade, 1991 champions. Bayern Munich with their 14th win in 15 Champions League home games in the group stages. Their only blemish, I think, was the Ajax game last year where they drew 0-0. Was it drew 0-0? Perhaps it was maybe a score draw in this one. I know it was definitely a draw, but nonetheless, An easy 3-0 win. It was, double check who this, it was Kingsley Coman who got a really good opener, and then the second and third we'll find out, can't remember who it was. It was Lewandowski, and a brilliant set piece routine to set up Thomas Muller. A brilliant dink over the wall by it was Thiago, of course, Thiago Alcantara, dinking the ball over the wall and setting up Thomas Muller for what was a pretty easy finish in the end. So good 3 points for Bayern Munich. It was actually 15 wins and 16, should I say, for them. It's Tottenham against Bayern Munich next at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next time out. It's a big game there. And a brilliant win for Dinamo Zagreb in Group C. A 4-0 win against Champions League debutants Atalanta. So the 4 goals, it was Leovac with the opening goal inside the first 10 minutes before a Orsic hat-trick, 31, 42 and 68 minutes. Handing debutants Atalanta from Italy their first defeat in the Champions League, and it won't get much easier for Atalanta like we see here. It will be well, obviously we're into a new group now, should I say. So it's obviously we've got Shakhtar Donetsk. They ran out They were 3-0 home defeats. They had a 3-0 home defeat against Manchester City. Manchester City looked like at their imperious best in this one. It was, who came in this? It was Riyad Mahrez slotting home the rebound to give the opening goal before Ilkay Gundogan finished off a really nice routine to make it 2-0, and then Gabriel Jesus finished off a 3-on-1 counter attack to make it 3-0 after. So it's they played 3 times in the last season. Between this season and last season, City have beaten Shakhtar Donetsk 12-0, 6-0 win at home, and 2-0 back-to-back, 3-0. Right, I'll start again. Back-to-back 3-0 away wins in Ukraine. So that's Group C. Dinamo Zagreb, the surprise league leaders in that one on goal difference. We'll come back to that maybe in a second. In Group D, it's Lokomotiv Moscow who are the surprise leaders in Group D after they had a 2-1 away win against Leverkusen. It was I remember it was Aaron Gees got the Leverkusen goal. Let me just double check who got the Lokomotiv Moscow's goal. It was Gregor Skrikowiak who got the opening goal, and UEFA have actually given it as a Benedikt Habede's home goal. Benedikt Habede's own goal, the former Schalke defender, has been given as his own goal. I have seen it being given as an Aaron Gees goal, but that's clearly been changed. And Baranov getting the eventual winner after 37 minutes at the Bay Arena. So huge win for Lokomotiv Moscow, needing pretty much all the help they can get in that group, especially when you consider it is Atletico and Juventus who are in this group. It's a 2-2 draw at the Metropolitano. I think Juventus did have a 2-1 lead. I think they did initially take the lead, but were pegged back twice in this one. Actually no, it was Juventus who had a 2-0. They did have a 2-0 lead as Cuadrado and Matuidi struck after half time before Stefan Savic and Hector Herrera. So Hector Herrera, the free transfer from Porto, getting a very important point for Diego Simeone's Madrid side. So big win, and then a repeat of last year's quarter-final where Atletico did win the home leg 2-0 before Juventus, and especially Cristiano Ronaldo pegged them back and got over the line. It finished 3-2. Actually, that was the last 16 because Ajax then put Juventus out in the quarter-finals, famously. So we now have recapped match day 1. We'll look ahead to match day 2. It is getting played on the 1st and 2nd of October. Tuesday night games. So in Group A, you've got Real Madrid and Club Brugge. So that's an easy one there. Potentially a 6 o'clock game there. Galatasaray against Paris Saint-Germain. So not obvious, notoriously hard away trip in Istanbul, but Paris Saint-Germain will be up for it after that 3-0 win against Madrid. Group B, you've got Tottenham against Bayern, a huge game in that one, and Crvena Zvezda against Olympiacos. So Red Star Belgrade hosting the Greek champions in that one. In Group C, you've got Atalanta against Shakhtar Donetsk is the 6 o'clock game in that one, and then you've got Manchester City host Dinamo Zagreb, so potentially hiding in store, but you never know. Dinamo Zagreb pulled out that big win on Matchday 1, so who knows. Group D, you've got Juventus against Leverkusen, so Leverkusen looking to get come back from that pretty horrible home defeat. They've got a tough trip to Turin, and Lokomotiv Moscow, off the back of that win, hosting Atletico Madrid, so potentially a bit of a surprise there as the Spanish side go right the way across Europe to Russia, to the Russian capital. On Wednesday the 2nd of October in Group E, you've got Genk against Napoli at 6 o'clock, with Slavia Prague coming off that away draw in the San Siro. They're going to be hosting Borussia Dortmund, so that's going to be a potentially interesting one there. Dortmund played really well against Barcelona, so I'm hoping that I'd imagine they'll probably turn it on against Slavia Prague in worse opposition. In Group E, the other game is this is a fascinating game now after this match day. Liverpool against Salzburg. Potentially looking at Erling Braut Haaland adding to his tally at Anfield, potentially at the home of the European champions. It's a big game at the Camp Nou. In Group F, as Barcelona host Inter Milan, Antonio Conte taking his team to the Nou Camp. In Group G, as always, quite fascinating games. The Red Bull Arena hosting Red Bull Leipzig against Olympique Lyonnais, and then you've got Zenit St. Petersburg hosting Benfica. So another long trip from Benfica going to the northern Russian city there. And in Group H finally is Lille against Chelsea, so Chelsea making the short trip across the channel on the Eurostar to Lille, with Valencia hosting Ajax. So a really good game there, two teams coming off opening wins. So that's basically the recap, kind of quick you could say. Tried to maybe get a little bit of detail in there, but that'll do it. Match day 1 in the books in the Champions League. It's good to have it back, good to see all these big teams with all the big players back in action. We'll be back in a couple of weeks time to recap the Champions League, but we'll be back as soon as we can, recapping the Europa League tomorrow night with the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal, Wolves, Celtic, Rangers, all in there, and looking to get off the mark. Thank you very much guys for watching. This has been my first European football show, so it's good to branch into the continent and good to maybe expand a wee bit of the knowledge there and look further afield outside the British Isles, especially outside of Scotland. So thank you very much guys for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new, like and comment on the video, anything at all, and look forward to reading them if they do come in. So thank you very much guys, we'll see you guys very soon for the Europa League roundup.